1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome, Ben and Charlie.
Yeah, one time in the comments last time, the guy asked, who is Ben, who is Charlie?
Yeah, this is Ben.
This is Charlie.
Oh,
you can
yeah.
call me Char, whatever you want.
The Italian stallion.
Yeah. So that's the answer. I mean, I answered on the comment.
Yep.
But there was a little confusion. Maybe we should make it always clear.
Yeah.
You know what
So
I mean?
as you can see, we changed a little bit of a setup today.
A little bit.
Yeah. Just actually changed the location altogether, and due to logistical reasons. So
It's okay. We can manage everywhere, as you said. Remotely, here, there, whatever.
it's a different setup, different vibe, different
You know, I
environment.
like the fact that we actually look in the camera most of the time.
Yes.
Because last time you offered to do like from one side and the other side of the
Yep.
table. But the problem with that will be that we'll be like
we
on
never-
the side.
Yeah, we'll never look at the
And
camera.
people will not get like that engaged, which
Mhm.
is not great, I would say.
Yeah.
So I think this
So
one is
our
actually
topics
great.
today, just because before we jump into our articles and our stories, just gonna mention what we're gonna talk about, so you guys can stick around. So mainly gonna talk about from my side, gonna discuss about AI gadgets that are coming out. Then I'm gonna talk about some economical financial aspects, mostly related to the Black Friday, the Cyber Monday, and then the credit card debt.
Our things are pretty similar. My first
Oh,
thing.
and then
Yeah?
I got one more topic. I found a paper on the weaponization of AI. Very interesting.
Mhm.
So
It's connected to like what I
it's
have.
connected to
Yeah.
what you have.
And the first one is about more people choosing pay later options for buying stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be connected to like the spending habits, some credit cards and stuff like that. The second one is a Pentagon and AI, new laws to regulate AI control killer drones, and then AI generated influencer who is earning lots of money. But the another thing is the gadget
You have
I
another
send you.
gadget too. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just like little topic.
Yeah,
So.
small things. But other than that, how's everything going?
Good.
So we're back from Thanksgiving last
Yeah.
week. It was
It's fun.
pretty good.
Good time, you know.
Spend
Yeah.
time with friends and family around, and hope you guys had a fantastic Thanksgiving and had something to be grateful for.
And
That's
then the
really nice.
Christmas time soon.
Christmas is coming. We are actually, we are a few days away from
For
December. Yeah.
Yeah, just couple, and will be fun. I mean,
Yeah. You know, holding the microphone like this, it keeps you more engaged. I think it gives you more freedom. I mean, it feels like
it's interesting. I
Yeah.
like it. I like this set a lot.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
We just
keeps you-
missed the Shelby
just
car.
the Shelby Cobra in the
That's
back.
it.
Yeah, but other than that, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And,
I have you seen the goalkeeper, the goal of the guy from Manchester United?
No, I did not.
What was his
What's
name?
his name?
He did like there was a goal behind me, and he did like this.
Oh, this bicycle kick.
Yes, and they
Mm.
said like might be like goal of the year.
Oh, wow. So he's
Yeah.
gonna probably win the Puskas or
Yeah,
Puksas
and I'm
award?
curious. I'm gonna check how there was an interesting Champions League game.
Yeah, so
Galatasaray.
different ones. So Barcelona won. I saw Manchester City
They won 3-2.
and they won 3-2, and I saw they were actually losing 2-0,
Yes.
and then they
So
scored
they
and caught
won
up.
in the second half.
And then I watched Borussia Dortmund Milan.
Borussia
and
won too.
Borussia won. Yeah, Milan wasted. Giroud failed a penalty.
So I have the interesting thing here. Galatasaray, they were losing 1-3 and they tied 3-3 with Manchester United. So
Yeah.
now if Galatasaray win with Copenhagen, they will go further.
Yeah.
The stadium was full. They did like even like the sign "Welcome to Hell" for the Manchester United.
Oh wow,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Real Madrid is 2-2 with Napoli.
just for the ones that the guys and gals that don't know, we discuss about European football, or we call it football. For the US, it's
I know what the soccer player name is. Garancho?
I don't know the name. Sancho, maybe?
No. I gotta show you let me just quickly show you the...
Yeah, and we're talking about the Champions League. That is this tournament where the first four at the top of each league every year, if they end the championship. Oh, wow. Oh,
Crazy, right?
Capolavoro.
So it's, I don't know.
Wow.
What's his name? Garnacho.
Garnacho. Interesting.
Alejandro Garnacho.
What a goal.
Right? He's
Beautiful.
crazy. Yeah, might
Manchester United
might be-
against... Was it a league game?
Yeah, that was league game. I just already closed the...
Wow, that's like an epic goal. I
yeah.
remember Pelé, he scored goals like that.
Do you remember-
Ronaldo scored one.
How about Ibrahimovic?
Sweden.
Sweden?
Ronaldo scored one against Juventus like that. When
Wow.
we
Oh, but Ibrahimovic, he scored from like over 20 meters,
Yes.
I believe. Wow, that was crazy goal.
When he was playing for Sweden.
Mm-hmm.
It was a national league. Yeah, so lots of interesting game. Newcastle lost with PSG apparently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Did
Mbappe scored. Yeah. So
I don't like PSG,
let's-
honestly.
I just wanted to take a look at the standings for the Champions League to see the let me see Champions League table. That's what I just was curious to see
Like the...
all the standings, the groups. So we got Group A.
Yeah, the Bayern.
So we got Bayern and Copenhagen in second place. So for those ones that don't know, there's each group has 4 teams, and the first 2 pass to the final stages. The third team goes into the Europa League, and then the last one, where the last one goes.
Nowhere.
I don't know if they're going anywhere.
No.
Yeah.
Nowhere.
So we got Bayern Munich at 13 points, and they play against each other twice. So
They
you
just
got-
play right now with Copenhagen.
Yeah,
It's
so-
0-0.
So I think Bayern goes ahead.
I think Bayern and Galatasaray. I hope.
Yeah, they go the first 2. Then we got Group B: Arsenal, PSV Eindhoven. That's it was
Netherlands.
a cool team. Yeah. Then you got Lens, and then you got Sevilla, and you got Arsenal 12 points, PSV 8. So PSV can still get to the top, but
No, they cannot.
But more or less, Arsenal and PSV will go. Then we got Group C: Real Madrid, Napoli. We got
Do you have the live?
Braga and Union Berlin. Yeah.
Do you have the live tab?
No, it's just the
Okay,
groups.
so this one is live over here.
Mm-hmm.
As you see, like those are 2 ties at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's probably it's gonna stay if it's gonna stay like
Yeah,
this.
but I think this group, Real Madrid and Napoli, will go.
Oh yeah.
Then Group D: Real Sociedad, Inter, RB, Salzburg, and Benfica. I thought Benfica will go ahead a little bit more, but
Those are already set over here.
yeah. So
Nothing
We
is gonna
got-
change.
yeah, Inter and Real Sociedad will go ahead. Then Group E: Atletico Madrid, Lazio, Feyenoord, and Celtic. Celtic was a powerhouse once.
Oh, they have 1 point
And
only.
you got Atletico and
Yeah.
Lazio can go. There's still 2 games left though.
One
Isn't
game.
this
One game.
left.
One game.
Yeah. Then Dortmund, PSG, Newcastle, and Milan. This is the toughest, I think. The toughest group. Group
For
F.
sure, Dortmund is going. Then you
Dortmund is
have
going,
either
yeah.
Newcastle or PSG.
Well, it depends. If Dortmund loses next game, PSG can tie to the first spot.
But look, they lost 7 goals. Dortmund lost only 3.
Depends if they score more goals.
Yeah.
And then Group G, full points, full Manchester City, number 1.
The only team with full points.
RB Leipzig. Didn't I say Leipzig? Oh, that's
Leipzig.
Leipzig. RB Salzburg. So RB, it's like Red Bull.
Yes.
These teams are sponsored by Red Bull.
But
so
there was the problem one time back in the day that Leipzig, they couldn't play
Mm.
the same in the same league, like the
Mhm.
European League or something, because of the sponsor. They kind of figure it out, I guess.
Yeah, and then we got in the same group G with Manchester City and RB Leipzig. We got Young Boys and Red Star from Poland, I suppose.
What is that?
Czerwena Zvezda. Is that
Crvena Zvezda. I think it's Serbia.
Okay. And then Group H, we got Barcelona, Porto, Shakhtar Donetsk, and Antwerp. And I think Barca will go.
Oh, I think.
Oh,
look-
but then we got a tie, 9 points each, Porto and Shakhtar Donetsk.
oh, that's
So
tough.
that's
Oh my god.
interesting. This will be decided in the last game, unless they're playing. No, that group played yesterday, did they?
So the last game, it's Porto over to Shakhtar. So they play like straight for
Yes.
Holy.
Oh, that will be interesting. So it will be an in and out
I looked
for
at,
those teams.
at the Leipzig. So they have still the Red Bull Arena as a
Yeah.
stadium, but it's not Red Bull Leipzig. They cannot be Red Bull. It's either way. They are Rasenballsport.
Okay,
RB Rasenballsport.
that's a bunch of weird names, though, by the way.
I mean, it's Germany, so. Well, cool.
Yeah,
it's
but
fun.
other than that, it was pretty good.
Yeah,
Anything new at work?
not
Did
much.
anybody disrespect you
No,
in your server role?
no, it's all good.
Nobody? Okay, that's pretty
All
good,
good,
then.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. How about you?
No, everything good. Nothing too crazy. Work is fine. Starts
That's good.
early, ends early.
That's good. I mean, starts too early for
Yeah.
me.
But other than that, I started a new workout at the gym.
Okay.
It's been this is week 4 so far.
How is that going?
And it's an insane workout routine. It takes me
Wow.
like 1 hour from start to end, and it's grueling, it's hard, and I love it.
That's good.
Like basically, I can do a personal record, a PR, like on each lift that I'm doing. It's insane. It's crazy. Usually it takes more time, but the sets and the reps are set up in a way that you can actually max out on weight, on load that you can lift, because there's many sets, but the number of repetitions is very little. Like you would be doing like 10 sets, but you'll be starting at 6 reps, then drop to 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, and then in the end, when you do that 1, you can max out all the weight that you can lift, the maximum amount of weight that you can lift. And so far, I really like it. I mean, I'm sore like every time. Like for the past 3 weeks, I've been sore every day. It's crazy.
Interesting. So I was reading something and somebody said that caffeine might help with
Coffee?
I mean, not necessarily coffee, but
Caffeine.
caffeine before the workout. If you take it, is it true or it's not necessary? But they said that it might increase your power and you can lift more.
I don't know about any specific power, but I always said that instead of spending money on useless pre-workouts that cost a lot of money, you can easily, if you're on a budget, just drink a cup of coffee before you go workout and you're good, because it maximizes your alertness and your focus at the same time, and we might just give you that kick, the energy that you need to.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's good. So you said you're not drinking coffee for a long time, right?
No, I drink coffee maybe a couple times a year.
Okay.
Probably.
It's very beneficial for your health.
But then if I would
It's,
drink coffee, whatever I do, I want to make sure it's like on top of that. So I would like to have like a real coffee, you know.
We can buy a mocha espresso machine, the Italian style one. You just buy the coffee grounds. They're grinded to the espresso fine, not too fine, not too coarse,
Mhm.
because the American coffee is the blend. It's a little bit coarser,
Mm.
and the espresso instead is a little bit more refined because the coffee itself is more concentrated.
Okay, so what I saw, it's like the machine with like the separate thing to froth the milk, like a
Mhm.
real, like in the coffee shop.
Mm.
That's a good one.
Okay, so you like you would like to
Because
invest.
I'm not going to for now, because I'm not deciding to drink coffee yet.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one time.
Yeah.
But I see like sometimes it's helpful to just like maybe when you drink coffee, you don't need to have a nap.
Mm.
Because like for me, the little nap.
Well, right now you're not really you're very sensitive to caffeine because you're not drinking you have not been drinking it for a long time. So any amount of caffeine that you will put in you, it will be
Correct.
super. It will just you will feel it.
Wake you up. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if you like me, if you like drink 3-4 cups of coffee every day,
that's a lot, right?
if you're a caffeine user, I mean, mostly in the morning and then midday something, but I try not to drink coffee past 5 p.m. because I
Yeah.
can feel it later during the night. But I used to
Yes.
drink so much coffee, especially when I was losing weight to compete.
Mm-hmm.
And that really it helped me to keep my hunger at bay, so I could
No, the
wear
microphone closer.
the microphone closer. Yes,
'Cause you forgot.
we need to get used to it. Watch out the thing there. So it will help me stave the hunger away.
Interesting.
And I was drinking like so much coffee, and it helped me like lose weight at the same time too, because I was on a calorie restricted diet.
Mm.
So
But
I was
what
eating little, so it helped me.
Yeah.
And during that time, I could drink coffee and just go to sleep. So it just
interesting.
completely.
That's crazy. Because at this point, if I would drink coffee like right now, I would never fall asleep again this night.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But like if I would someday decide that I want to go into coffee
Mhm.
instead of having naps, then I would rather just invest to like little machine instead of, because I
And that
don't
yeah.
like the fact when people go to the coffee
Yes,
shop
and that comes to the same
and they spend $7.
the same argument that I was trying to say. When I go every morning that I go to work, there's a line of like maybe 10 cars by Starbucks or Caribou Coffee around here, waiting for the drive-through. It's insane every morning.
Yeah, because I had coffee like last time, maybe that was April or May, that I didn't sleep well and I had to work all day.
Mhm.
So I got the coffee in the morning at Starbucks. That was like $8.50.
No, that's too much, guys.
And
If you really gotta spend that amount of money on a daily basis, you might as well invest in a good coffee machine and make your coffee at home and buy a nice cup if you want and just bring it with you. But
Or buy the cups to go.
I mean, many people, well, many would say, it's my opinion, but many people would say like, hey, what are you talking about? It's my money. I work. I spend my money as I want. Well, yeah, go ahead. It's just like for your future. Maybe you can use that money for something else, because if you compound $5-6 a day
for 10 years.
for 5 days a week,
For
I
10
mean,
10 years.
it's a lot of money.
Will be like 10,000.
It's not to do the math for somebody else, but like if you're really living paycheck to paycheck, maybe that cup of coffee is like, and you don't see it as an individual because it's something that you take for granted. Like go eat outside anytime, use a credit card, or go and get a cup of coffee. Oh, it's okay. It's just a cup of coffee.
Well,
I work hard for it. I deserve it. Yeah, it's not the fact that you don't deserve to reward yourself once in a while. That's fine. The thing is that when it becomes a habit, that's something that you don't notice, but that's gonna drain your checking if you don't really.
That is true. That's why I'm saying like.
I
if-
mean, unless you're rich, you're super rich, and you just don't care. But
yeah, but I mean, like for
common
regular
mortals,
people,
yeah.
it would be nice to just have little machine, and just you can save a lot.
Oh my God, yeah.
Like
I
the
mean,
machine will pay for.
But even if you
itself.
buy quality coffees, if you spend like $20 on a quality bean or ground coffee that you prefer, you can choose your style, whatever. You use a little scoop of that every day.
Yeah.
And how much coffee can you make?
Exactly. Yeah. So I was kind of like thinking about that to like maybe get into that because I started avoiding naps lately a couple weeks ago. But there's like this point of the day. Let's say that I wake up at let's say 9 o'clock, and there's this time of the day like 1 o'clock that I feel like, you know.
Yeah.
And then if I would get the coffee, it will keep me up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
But if I were you, I would not avoid naps altogether. You just take they call it power naps.
I know, but
It's like
sometimes
you put a timer and you set it out for 15 minutes or 20 minutes. You know your phone will wake you up and just say.
But sometimes it feels so good that you just stay.
That's a problem,
That's
though,
the problem.
because it happened to me, and
Yeah, right. Then you
If
screwed.
If you sleep more than an hour, it's like
You screwed,
Your
like-
brain is telling you, "Hey, what's going on here? Is it night?"
You wake up in the different reality.
Oh yeah,
I
absolutely.
had that before many times. So
There was one time, man. That's the time that I went back. I left high school at the third year. I was 16, and I went back to high school 6 years later because I realized I worked. I went into the army after I turned 18 in Italy, and then I decided I want to get back to school. The only way I could do that, I was supporting myself. I didn't have any financial assistance, nobody. And I enrolled in school, and they told me you have to go to school physically every day if you want your diploma. That's the condition that the principal told me that time. And I went in and day out. I had to find a job because I had a car. I had to pay for my expenses. And I found this job that maybe I mentioned another time, working nights and working afternoons from 2 to 11.
you said that before, yeah.
In a plastic factory, making plastic boxes. 1 week from 2 to 11, 1 week from 11 to 7. I had that window of time where I would just have time to go to school. And I would bring my homework with me sometimes, and between one box and the other that the machine would print, because you had to make pallets, I would just read off some of my my homework and stuff. And one day I was living with my mom, and her boyfriend was a little bit of an asshole, and he asked me to help him out, and it would just like blow weekends and stuff doing these odd jobs, but I had to help him out because I was living in that house, so I had to contribute somehow.
Something, right?
So I was going back to sleep. I went to school because I worked the night, and I stretched my day. In the afternoon, I went to sleep, and he said, "You're always sleeping. Get out. We need to go to work." And I said, like, what the fuck? What are we going to do here? And then it's just going to take us a couple of hours. Don't worry about it. It was 2 p.m. And then we go, and we actually go and cut wood in a property or something. And we stay there until 10 p.m. Jesus. So I did not sleep for 24 hours. At 11, I had to be back at work. I went to work. I worked the night. I came back home at 7:30 in the morning. I did not go to school. I slept. I woke up the evening at 10:30 to go back to work
Shoot.
again.
Wow.
So just to tell you, that was one of the times where I slept like fucking continuously.
Oh wow, that's ridiculous. Crazy.
It was insane. Yeah, I slept, and I slept like that was one of the times I remember. Like, I woke up and I say, "What time is it?" You know, it was like, "Oh, it's evening." I say, "Holy shit, I slept this much."
Well, so last time I had.
And that's when I started drinking coffee.
Okay.
Because I couldn't survive.
Interesting.
But I was 21. Yeah.
Also, last time I That was like a couple weeks ago. I was kind of like tired, and that was like 8:30 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking that if I fall asleep, I'm gonna just sleep.
Mm-hmm.
But then it was too early to sleep, so I woke up at like 11,
Mm.
fully recovered.
11 p.m.?
Yeah. I
Oh,
was like,
man, that's-
no.
That's a lot. Yeah.
2 hours only.
Yeah.
But I thought I'm gonna like last longer and just have like regular sleep. But if your system is adjusted to like certain hours, it's tough to.
Yeah.
They say like 3 weeks to adjust to the new.
Yeah. So I want to go to my first story, and I have the sensation that no matter what, many companies are just jumping on the AI wagon and
true.
trying to produce gadgets, AI gadgets, that it doesn't matter the utility.
Because it's popular. Yeah.
No. They just want to be first on the market.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's insane. So I got this this article here from the Morning Brew about a piece of tech. Humane is this company, hopes its pin will eventually replace your iPhone. The race to make AI first hardware is on. So can an advanced piece of tech convince people they're better off returning to a time when smartphones didn't run their lives? That's what a startup, Humane, is attempting with its AI Pin, a futuristic yet in some ways prehistoric phone that retails for, guess what? How much?
3,999.
No, it's still expensive, $699. And
Okay.
and by the way, requires a monthly $24
Oh.
subscription.
Everything.
With its highly anticipated release of the Pin last Thursday, Humane joins a crowd of companies aiming to replace the smartphone with devices that
I think I've seen that.
ditch
Can I see the-
screens
Yeah, I've seen that before.
and
somewhere.
rely on providing voice prompts to ultra-intelligent chatbots. So how does it work? AI Pin has a built-in camera and microphone that ingests information but lacks a traditional screen and keypad. Think of it as a glorified search engine that clips on your shirt and makes everyone in a 5-foot radius think you're recording them. Unlike smartphones, AI Pin doesn't make you download any apps. The device is run by the AI-powered operating system Cosmos, which is reportedly powered by OpenAI GPT-4 and essentially works by connecting various AI and other tools as you need them, according to The Verge. So what if you want to look at things? While AI Pin lacks a screen for scrolling, it will use lasers to project information onto your hand. And then not everybody's excited about this. And somebody described this as if Google Glass had a baby with a pager from the 1990s. It's not yet entirely clear what you're supposed to use it for. And then they call it like equal parts magical and awkward. And then the race to make AI first hardware is on. If a rectangular block with the screen unlocked the power of the mobile internet, what kind of device could do the same for generative AI? Companies are experimenting with several types of wearables. Humane is going with a pin. Rewind AI created a pendant that records conversations, and Meta is pursuing Ray-Ban smart glasses. So that's like doesn't matter what. Like they just create these things now,
Yes.
and they hope
It's the
that somebody
time.
they hope that somebody will adopt them.
So the headphones I send you, like you call it like iPod, right?
Yeah, the device you sent me, it looks like an iPod with the screen.
I just want to.
Yeah, just read out what it does and how it's called.
Also, I just want to bring the. So it's ActiveBuds IKKO audio. So I read the whole thing, and they started with it's some people from, I believe, China, and they started with the Kickstarter, the platform where you can raise the money for your. Yeah. So they start with that, and they wanted to collect $100,000, but I think the Hong Kong dollars.
Yeah.
And they raised like 6 times more because people really wanted this. And they produced this little device. It's kind of like iPod. It has some functions and the touch screen.
Yeah, it's small like this.
Yes, and then you have those little headphones to just put to your ears, and it's pretty interesting because they offer first ChatGPT connection, so you can just take the device, have a headphone, and tap it and talk, and like they were showing like, hey, I'm planning the trip to Tokyo. How can you help me? And then literally like you get an answer right away, and you can hear the answer too. So imagine that, for
It's
example,
like
you
you talk to the AI.
exactly. You talk, but you have to tap as far as for now, but you have to tap on the screen.
Mhm.
And then another function, it's translation in so many languages. You can give somebody
45, you said 45 language.
48,
Oh, 48.
I believe. And then look, you can give
But he has Spotify as well?
yeah, Apple Music, everything, listening offline.
Yeah, I think it's a glorified AI iPod.
Yes.
That's what you can
Yes,
say about
it's
it.
nothing crazy at some point, but
And how much does it run for?
$300. It's pretty
Okay,
expensive for the
yeah.
headphones, but well, I don't know, because for me the headphones they need to have like a really good quality of music. So depending on how people, I couldn't find any tests yet, but I know some YouTubers they received the product, so the test will be up. But another interesting function is the translation.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, like it works like you can give somebody in another headphone and you guys can hear everything. So just tap and say, and like right after that, it's in another language.
Can you believe it? Like AI already deleted like some jobs, eliminated. Like
Yeah.
there's no more
But-
need. There's no more need for translators.
But look, this is a phenomenal function. If you go to country where you don't know anybody, you don't know the language, you have this device, and it might be helpful. You talk to somebody, you tap, say, and then it comes with their language, and then they say something, tapping the screen,
Mhm.
and then it comes to English.
Yeah, that's very useful.
It's very useful. So I think there
I mean,
is.
I mean, Apple has the app as well for the languages that you can speak and say.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
they're there.
I think the next thing will be, the next iteration of technology will be to have the cell phone with AI.
It will be soon, probably.
Yeah.
Like I'm not surprised that this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's such a huge boom on that. Like
Yeah. The problem is, yeah, it's many things altogether.
what's
with
the problem?
The growth of AI,
I know. Yeah.
the weaponization of AI, especially.
Mm.
So, what is your story about the Pentagon and AI? Because I have a very look. It's really
What do you have?
informative piece of paper. It's a 2023
Mhm.
research article.
Okay, so let me just read
Go ahead. Yeah.
this real quick. The Pentagon is moving toward letting AI weapons autonomously decide to kill humans.
Hmm.
The US is among countries arguing against new laws to regulate AI-controlled killer drones. The US, China, and others are developing so-called killer robots. The deployment of AI-controlled drones that can make
Autonomous.
decisions about whether to kill human targets is moving closer to reality. And then the use of so-called killer robots would mark a disturbing development, say critics, handing life and death battlefield decision to machines with no human input. Several governments are lobbying the resolution restricting the use of AI killer drones, but the US is among a group of nations, which also includes Russia, Australia, and Israel, who are resisting any such move, favoring a non-binding resolution instead. This is really one of the most significant inflection points for humanity, Austria's chief negotiator on the issue told the New York Times. What's the role of human beings in the use of force? It's an absolutely fundamental security issue, a legal issue, and an ethical issue. So
Yeah, that's
That's crazy.
That is, look, you're not gonna have soldiers. You're not gonna have Marines.
Just freaking drones.
You're just gonna have drones that would just go and bomb the shit out of in remote places and countries in the world. And who has the technological supremacy on it? Whoever is gonna be first is gonna lead the military power. And guess what? This is another point where budgets for military, I think, will grow. I mean, we're already at $856 billion.
Wow.
So the military industrial complex is alive and well. And by the way, the Pentagon failed his sixth audit.
Wow.
They could not account for $3 trillion. I don't know, 3 billion or 3 trillion. I mean, at that point,
So
I don't
much
even
money
know.
in there.
It's like you have your accountant and you're saying like, oh well, we lost money. We don't know where this money ended. What do we do with this money? It's like, where's the money going? What do we use it for? We don't know. We cannot
Crazy.
account it. So just think about the giant organization that this place is, like where all this money is. You got all these giant, like this generals that everybody has their own projects, and
They're paid so
they're
well.
like this tête-à-tête, you say in French, with these companies that make weapons. Because once they retire, they're going to sit on the chair of that company that makes weapons. So they're going to have one foot in, one foot out, and they're going to lobby to have more money and more investments. I mean, listen, that's the ways of the world. Like countries dictate their own leadership, not even leadership anymore, but their power in the world throughout the military. And to this extent, the United States outweighs the next 5 or 6 countries to the level of the amount of money that they spend to have this powerful machine, and also to have all these military bases around the world. The US has like, I don't know, 800 maybe
So
military
many.
bases around the world. It's insane.
I guess more.
And you have to support this machine, this
Send
giant
money.
machine. It's incredible.
Yeah.
And
But-
with the advent of AI, as I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I don't know how we're gonna go.
What if it gets like out of control, right?
It can be, man. It can be.
You don't know.
It
You don't know.
We better have a switch that we can manually turn off, because otherwise we'll be doomed.
Yeah.
We cannot do
Like
that.
if you think about the future and all the stuff we
But you talk
often
about.
talk.
Have you ever watched Terminator?
no.
The first Terminator?
Oh yeah,
The race of the
years ago.
machines.
Mhm.
It's like, that's insane.
But the thing is, like, I know we often talk about like the future things.
Yeah.
But it's if we like sit and think about that, it's danger, right?
It is dangerous.
Because like it's growing, like the spike is crazy.
Another thing that I'm really scared of, it's like we already don't know. When you watch a video on TikTok or a piece of news or read an article, newspapers are Sports Illustrated used AI fake journalists picture and AI generated articles.
So I have this.
Because they like a clickbait titles and
So
shit.
I have this lady. I show you the.
No, so my thing is,
She-
it would be very difficult to distinguish reality, you know, because what we see, we don't know if it's true.
Exactly.
And there was on X, there was this little this AI generated video of this little girl, not little, like I don't know, maybe early 20s, that say I'm a completely AI. This is an AI generated video, and this is a song that I made, and she was singing the song, but there was something that was not fitting. Like you could see, there was not really natural and human, but it's getting close, man.
So let me read you this really quick. An agency created an AI model who earns up to $11,000 a month because it was tired of influencers who have egos. Aitana Lopez is an AI-generated creation by a Spanish agency that grew tired of booking real models. Lopez can make just over 1,000 euros per advert and is featured in images on FunView. FunView's CEO previously told Insider that AI-generated characters would thrive and become common. Can you imagine?
Wow, and they're making real money from
Yes.
something that is completely generated,
Yes.
artificial.
The AI-generated woman is a pink-haired 25-year-old. Her account has amassed over 100,000 followers on Instagram. Can you imagine that?
Oh man, that's insane.
That was my another story.
Wow. Yeah,
And I mean, the agency.
I mean, that's why the Hollywood was on strike for the past month or so. They just resolved the issues with the contracts because they didn't want to have any AI generated images or videos inside the movie making, the creation of the art or the scripts.
Yeah, exactly.
So and that's fine for me. It's like, no, you need to preserve the creative mind.
Exactly. It's like this is the part, like, there you need to have a human doing the script for the movie. It needs to be like something coming from somebody's mind, something creative, something special.
I mean, and then the fake when they try to make the fake characters, fake personalities would mimic their voice and everything.
Oh, the app.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
There's like AI generated, like you can make it look like somebody's Tom Cruise, like that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That guy.
Yeah,
you
that
know?
was the TikTok
or,
too.
Yeah, or make it say
Yeah.
something that with his voice and with his cadence, or AI can pick up of our 15 episodes and pick up my style of speaking, your style of speaking, and actually reproduce that faithfully, just from the words that we said and our
Exactly.
the way our voice works.
And do the voiceover. That's ridiculous. I mean, you still can tell, but I think with the time they will improve that so much. That will be so tough.
Oh no, yeah, and you just think of it. It will be a machine that will be able to think like 1 billion or more times faster
than
than
the
you and be smarter than you
Yeah.
at everything.
That's the times we live in
Yeah,
at the moment. It will be only. It's growing. It's like the spike we are saying.
and
often.
you cannot stop this.
Not
And
at
who
all.
knows how many other jobs will be lost because
A lot.
this will be the future, apparently.
I mean, if this keeps growing, like I can imagine, like airplanes flying on just on their own.
Hey, guess what? What it takes? Just one solar flare, and an electromagnetic pulse hits Earth,
Mm-hmm.
and it destroys the electrical grid.
Hmm.
And we go back 400 years,
Interesting.
and no electric vehicles, no electronic injection from your car will work.
Hmm. I would love to live in that back in the day.
Are you sure about
I mean,
that?
at some point.
Like no food supply,
Yeah, that's
no
tough.
medicine.
Well, first things first, we don't have any impact on that.
Well, you don't have no control on that.
I don't.
But it's something that
Yeah, I mean, if
can
if it happens, we don't have a choice. We have to live with that. So, like, either way.
you just think about the catastrophe. Like the human population will be like
Look at the young kids. What they're gonna do with no phone?
with no phones.
Yeah, what they're gonna do? They'll freak out.
Our youngest generation will
They'll
be
freak
like,
out.
No. It's the fact that, let alone the communication aspect of it, that you're unable to communicate as a real human and have that human connection with, because they're just used to text and TikTok dances and shit. Like completely inept, like completely useless in be able to build a fire or hunt or do anything like nature-wise, like something useful for survival. Nobody will be able to do anything.
Yeah, that's
Just
true.
few people,
Mm-hmm.
because we rely too much on technology. We got used to commodity,
Convenience.
convenience, comforts. Yeah,
Mhm.
just think about it.
Yeah, like how
And
the
then the sick, the obese, the senior populations. These would be, so you got to read this movie, guys. 1 second after, and it talks about a hypothetical scenario of North Korea blowing a couple of thermonuclear bombs on top of the U.S. atmosphere, generating an magnetic pulse, frying all of our systems and setting us back. And you will see complete anarchy falling over the country. And he said, like, major cities, doomed. People sick, doomed. You cut your finger, you get an infection, you're dead. And you will see, like, I don't know if you ever watched Mad Max.
No, but
Okay, they will be completely like, oh man, you will see
Crazy.
like, so you see the human race. People say the humans are fundamentally good. Yes, I agree on that. However, take out resources necessary for survival, and then you see how the human race will behave. Because people would do things that they would not do under normal circumstances.
always.
So this is not a prediction. It's just like a hypothetical scenario, and that can make you think about like, hey, holy shit, I don't know how to do nothing because I just stay on this phone and I just look at videos. So people get upset about whatever, the culture wars and all this stuff, but none of that really matters.
Yeah, people cannot imagine.
Just try to build a useful skill. You know what I'm saying? And not wasting time.
That's true.
So on that topic, so I have this paper here.
Yeah, you go ahead and read it.
The weaponization of artificial intelligence. What the public needs to be aware of. And this is from March 8, 2023. So it's fairly recent. So technological progress has brought about the emergence of machines that have the capacity to take human lives without human control. These represent an unprecedented threat to humankind. So I just went along and highlighted the most important parts of it. And technological progress in the field of artificial intelligence has brought about the emergence of machines that have the capacity to take human lives. That would be the same thing as it said now, with the possibility of combining innovation in chemical designs with robots controlled by AI. This has potentiated the manufacturing and deployment of an entirely new breed of autonomous weaponry, representing unprecedented threats to humanity, for which there is currently no legal framework. There's no laws yet designed to limit or regulate the use of AI. That's another problem. Autonomous Weapons System, AWS, have been announced to the public as the third revolution in warfare. This has brought about one of the most pressing current problems in science and technology. Ethical insights and debate are useful and necessary, but unlikely to bring about the urgently required solutions for minimizing the associated risks. Various kinds of autonomous weapon systems are already out there, currently being developed and or already employed. So we got different kinds of weapons that use autonomous systems. So we have autonomous stationary sentry guns. A sentry gun is a remote weapon that is automatically aimed and fired at targets that are detected by sensors. So it's like wherever there's something moves, the gun just like shoots wherever you aim, whatever like if you see a mouse moving, the gun perceives the movement and he's gonna shoot, and he's not gonna
like automatic.
It's not gonna miss.
Aim. Yeah.
Then
like
we have
computer game.
Then we have something that you mentioned, autonomous killer robots. So killer robots or slaughter bots are autonomous robotic systems able to detect and attack targets without intervention by a human operator. While in some of these systems, the initial command to attack would be given by a human, and the robot then has the degree of autonomous choice for the action. Other systems without any human in the loop are currently tested in several countries. Therein, the decision to deploy lethal force is delegated to a machine. And then when equipped with advanced sensors and AI, moreover, autonomous weapons could be trained to operate in coordinated platoons to overwhelm enemy defenders in distributed surface warfare action groups or electronic warfare vessels, all unmanned and operating autonomously. And then this is the scariest: autonomous drones and swarms.
Yeah.
In October 2013, the United States Strategic Capabilities Office launched 103 Perdix drones, which communicated using a distributed brain to assemble into a complex formation, travel across a battlefield, or regroup into a new formation. Drone swarms could be scaled to tens of thousands of drones to create an autonomous weapon akin to a low-scale nuclear device. This is insane. And then the U.S. Department of Defense described an autonomous weapon system as a weapon system that, once activated, can select and engage targets without further intervention by a human operator. So the real dilemma here is the human operator, because there's different kinds of weapons. There are supervised autonomous weapons with the human in the loop. So the human says, kill that target.
But then there is also other...
There's a semi-autonomous weapon, human in the loop system. Once activated, is intended to only engage individual targets or specific targets group that have been selected by a human operator. Fully autonomous weapons.
That's the problem, right?
The human out of the loop system.
Yeah.
Once activated, can select and engage targets without further intervention by a
But
human
can you even
operator.
imagine that this can work and kill somebody without any like...
Yeah, and the worst case scenario here, they talk about the principle of discrimination. That basically it's a framework of contemporary military ethics under the premise of just war theories. So it's going to be unethical. And
For sure.
if you look about the just war theory, I'm just going to tell you what just war theory is. Saint Augustine was the first individual in Christianity to have proposed a theory on war and justice, the so-called just war theory. He referred to the Bible and claimed that some wars are necessary to fight evil. St. Thomas Aquinas revised Augustine's theory and proposed several criteria for a just war. It needs to be waged by a legitimate authority, have a just cause, follow the right intentions, have a reasonable probability of success. The nations involved in the war must avoid disproportionate military action, only use the amount of force absolutely necessary, and the use of force must distinguish between the militia and civilians. Militia and civilians. The last principle is called the principle of discrimination. It is to ensure that innocent citizens do not become the target of war and that the killing of civilians is avoided at all costs. Just war theory is a contemporary ethics builds on this principle as a set of rules for military combat. So the problem is that the ethical consideration, the principle of discrimination, it's like, honestly, even with human operator now, how many drones attacks have been in Iraq and Afghanistan where the US used the Reaper drones or other kind of remote control drones where they actually blow up a wedding
many people
with civilians just to kill one target. So I would say, I don't know if AI would be more precise, but it depends on the scale of the weapons.
But come on, right? Like,
Yeah,
how does it even sound?
What if the person looks like the target and AI is gonna fire?
Well, because like if you have ChatGPT, it makes mistakes, right?
Yeah.
So this is no AI which is perfect. So I guess it might make lots of mistakes, especially at the beginning.
We don't know that.
I mean, anyway, like bringing this to life, it's fucking
I wouldn't trust.
crazy.
I wouldn't trust it. Like, you're making a killing.
It's crazy. They're making killing machine, and leave it alone, and this machine can do whatever it wants. What if it gets crazy and kill the whole city or something?
You either wait until the battery is gonna run out, or until the fuel runs out. But
what if they lose control over that?
Yeah, no. What kind of damage?
Yeah, it might be just freaking crazy.
Or what if it's I don't know, connected to the grid
Or if somebody hack
and it
this
takes
shit.
control? That's another problem.
What if I mean, like somebody, there are plenty of people who can hack everything they want. So what if they do that?
That's a valid concern.
Like a group
what if they
of-
can? Hey, what if they can hack your army?
Yeah.
Holy moly, that's crazy. That's but now is the time, because this is just coming out now. You know?
Yeah, we'll be too
Because
late soon.
You can. That's the problem. You're right. It will be too late.
Like you remember they were launching first electric cars. Everybody was like, "Oh no!" But now it's like so many of those.
Yeah.
It's the future came. It's coming and will be always
The
coming.
future is already here, and you cannot stop this.
As we said, it's like the most insane time and
It
the
is.
reality.
To me, it looks like everything is running faster and faster.
Yeah, people are chasing.
But like even for like the even companies, like once you had a car every year, a new model. Now they make a new car like every 4 or 5 months or 6. I don't know. Movies, same time. You know, there is not really games. I remember I used to play
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed, and anxiously I was waiting every year for a new version of it, or every 2 years.
There's
So they
still
will
some
make-
companies like
So they will make a good quality, like good solid game that you could play and enjoy.
so there's the do you know Rockstar Games?
Mhm.
The GTA,
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto. So last game they produced 2013, 10 years ago, and 1 month ago they just announced they're working on another part after 10 years.
Mm.
So this is like the nice approach. They made such a great product, put it on in 2013,
Mhm.
and then waiting.
Yeah.
That's not like EA put the FIFA every year and it's worse and worse.
I mean, even honestly, like EA, what do you think about soccer games or football games or any sports games? What it really changes is
Squad.
the jerseys, the players.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it changes.
Because this AI in the games, in the FIFA especially, because I haven't played they changed the name to FC24 instead of FIFA.
Mm.
You remember we played FIFA that was 23. Now they have FC24. And
Okay.
I watched the review on YouTube, and the guy said this AI, it's more stupid than it was.
Mm.
Like with if you
Yeah.
play career or something with the AI. And they said like this is bullshit. It's not
So
a good game.
They might make a subscription too, actually. Like
No.
you just pay for the subscription and you have your roster changed every
So they do have subscription.
year.
It's a EA Play.
Hmm.
So it was launched. I remember when I was in high school, there was already there, but they give you access to like most of the EA games. The same with Xbox now. They have the pass, the Game Pass, and there's so many like good games that you just pay some amount of, I don't know how much is that, and you play whatever.
For me, once they introduced the in-game pay, you could purchase skins, you could purchase weapons and stuff. I really lost it because at
Because
that
some games are pay to win, which
at
sucks.
At that point, it will be the same as a game, an app on a cell phone.
Yeah, some EA, it's like the bullshit company
Mhm.
that they like put lots of
Yeah.
like.
Do you
so-
mind that go? I had to go pee. I drank so much water today, man. That's
Oh my
insane.
God. So
I'll be right back.
do you want me to?
Yeah, you go ahead. Introduce your next article.
Will be about the pay later, and then you will be adding yours.
Yes, I have two.
Okay, so it was the Black Friday, and that was funny because I mean some things were like in a really good good prices, but some things were not. Let me see if it's recording. I don't wanna read the story before Ben gets here. I didn't drink that much water apparently. But Yeah. We'll be talking about the Black Friday a little bit, about this feature, pay later. I never used that. I don't think it's good. I just think like if I can afford something, I'm buying that. But if not, just wait and save up. So, oh, he's coming.
Ben is back.
BIB. I didn't read the story yet. I didn't want to. So, more people expected to buy now, pay later for holidays. Analysts see a risk. Consumers are expected to use buy now, pay later payment plans heavily this holiday season, a forecast that bodes well for retailers, but that has credit experts again sounding alarm bells. And then the short-term loans often come with consumer-friendly interest rates and allow shoppers to make an initial payment at checkout, then pay the rest in installments, typically over a few weeks, even months. That can be appealing to a shopper buying multiple gifts for family and friends during the holidays, particularly if they're balancing other debts such as student loans or credit cards. Data shows younger consumers and those with difficulty accessing credit use the loans more frequently. Used responsibly, the installment plans increase financial inclusion, according to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. But the Fed and some analysts say key features of the plans can make borrowing too easy and saddle consumers with excessive debt. Short-term installment loans drove 6.4 billion of online spending in October, up 6% over year. So
There's one word that was scary for me: financial inclusion. Financial inclusion means that somebody that is already struggling right now can afford to buy something.
Exactly.
And
That's
pay
what they
later.
want. That's what they
So
want.
You're going to perpetuate this endless cycle of debt because you will be a slave to the lender every time you borrow money.
That's what they want.
This is financial ruin for your future.
You already have credit cards which make people buy the shit they cannot afford.
I got some crazy stuff on credit cards, and then we can go deep.
Yeah. What is it?
Like the 2023 credit card debt statistics. So if you go to lendingtree.com, you can just go, anybody can go and look at the statistics. And the American Store credit card balance surpassed $1 trillion, specifically $1.079 trillion in the third quarter of 2023, according to the largest consumer data from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. And that's up from a record 1.031 trillion in the second quarter. So it just went up, and it's going up and up and up. So you can see here the total outstanding credit balances from 1999 to present. You can look at this chart here.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And
Going up and up.
And you can see that it spikes. And card debt showed hockey stick growth until the financial collapse of 2008, when balances fell from 866 billion in the fourth quarter of 2008 to 660 billion in the first quarter of 2013. And then when the pandemic took a hold in 2020, credit card balances plunged again from 927 billion in the fourth quarter of 2019 to 770 billion in the first quarter of 2021. So in just 2 years, there's like more than $250 billion more that people have raked up. So which states residents have the most credit card debt?
New York?
No, Connecticut
Really?
have the highest average credit card debt of any state, according to LendingTree data, while those in Kentucky have the lowest. This means that
Interesting.
Kentucky folks don't like that, and that's pretty good. And the overall national average card debt among cardholders with unpaid balances in December 2022 was $7,279.
Holy shit.
Now it's about $8,000 per person. Like, the credit. And then Connecticut cardholders owing 9,408 and Kentucky owing 5,408. That means the average Connecticut balance is 74% higher than the average balance
This
in
is
Kentucky.
just crazy.
Hey, this is another one. What percentage of credit card accounts carry a balance? 56% of all active credit card accounts in the third quarter of 2022.
Well, what means credit carry a balance?
Carry a balance, it means that you're not like you're paying later. You're
Yeah, I always pay right away.
and that's crazy. So it says here, job number one for anyone with a credit card is to pay off that balance in full at the end of each month. So that's what means carry a balance.
Okay, makes
At
sense.
the end of
If you have the statement,
instead of paying every month, you just take a little bit longer and you carry for. So your bill cycle goes to by the end of the month, you should pay off your credit card, correct?
mm-hmm.
And if you carry to the next month, you pay the interest rate.
Yeah.
And you carry a balance over. That's what it
Okay,
means.
that makes sense.
So it says here, for anyone with a credit card is to pay number one job. He says that this article says your first goal is to pay off that balance in full each month. Yes, that is true. However, I highlighted here wrong. I said number one job is not spending money
Yeah.
in the first place because you got control. And then what's the interest rate, the average interest rate on people's credit cards? And the average APR in the third quarter of 2023 was 21.19%. And
Some banks have like 30%.
the average was 22 point. For new cards, it's actually much more. It's around 24 to 29%.
Yeah, 29, 20.
And then how
like
many
that.
Americans are currently delinquent with their credit card payments? They say here just 2.77% of Americans' total outstanding credit card balances are currently at least 30 days delinquent. But they say that the delinquency data rose from for the last 30 days from 2.43% to 2.77 in the second quarter. And
That's
when we
crazy.
talk about Black Friday instead, Black Friday spending spike reflects a consumer who's more willing to spend than in 2022 when gas and food prices were painfully high. And this is a CNBC article, and basically they're saying that according to the Adobe survey, $79 million of sales came from consumers who opted to buy now, pay later. That comes back to your article. Flexible payment methods to stretch their wallets up to 47% from last year.
Wow.
That is insane, man. What
Those
the hell?
Those companies are making big money.
And basically, Black Friday shoppers spend a record $9.8 billion in U.S. online sales, up 7.5% from last year.
Of course they did.
Do you want to know why up? So the media likes to have this picture of this rosy picture of the American consumer saying that we are good, the economy is strong, people are spending money, and people are fine. Economically, we're strong. The economy is going up. For who? I don't understand. So up 7.5%, it means two things. It means that A, people are paying with credit cards with more buy now, pay later options. Second, inflation is still high as fuck, like really high. That means that people are spending even more money now for the same things and items that maybe last year. And then another thing that I noticed is that nobody was rushing through the stores like other years. Nobody was waiting outside for super deals at midnight, those people running through.
Because now it's the online shopping.
Yeah.
It's,
And then I wanted to check a little bit, go through the whole picture and find out the full picture of Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
yeah.
And on Cyber Monday, this is a Yahoo article. On Cyber Monday, consumers spent $12.4 billion online, up 9.6% compared to last year. per Adobe Analytics data.
So this is
on e-commerce.
the new opportunity to make more money. Used to be only Black Friday, then they do Cyber Monday, then the whole Cyber Week.
Oh yeah, the total for Cyber Week, the 5-day period between Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday, amounted to 38 billion, up again,
How many?
7.8% year over year. Retailers' plans to push harder on discounting may have worked after consumers buckled down on spending amid rising interest rates, dwindling savings, and the return of student loan payments and credit card debt. So I don't think prices are coming down. And there was
there were a few deals, like pretty good.
I mean, there was somebody on X that was went to Target and they pulled out for a TV the price.
There was regular discount. Yeah, I saw that. I know.
On sale, $649, and then she pulled the tab beneath that, and he said regular price $649.99. That was the same. So they really like play the consumer.
You need to, well, if you're smart, you know the prices of products you're looking for. So then you can like, because let's say I monitored the price of the drone, right?
Yeah.
Since last couple of years, since the premiere.
Yeah.
And like actually the discount on the Black Friday was solid. That was like $6.99 compared to like $9.99. So that's a solid discount. I didn't buy it because I don't feel it yet, but I'm still looking for searching the price. But if you don't know, you might get screwed, right?
Well, the thing is, like, you need to have a goal. What do you want to purchase?
Correct.
Because impulse spending is the worst kind ever.
Do the research.
And no. And that's where these companies and the credit card companies thrive on impulse spending. It doesn't matter. I'll pay it off later. Oh, I'll put it on my credit card. Don't worry about that, darling. It's like, what the hell are you doing? It's like you're taking money off your future self. Like you're really like, is it really worth it to buy that purse when you have 10 more? And it's incredible. It's like this reality of consumerism that is like that what makes the American economy go, if you think about it. Like people,
that's why it's so going, like the restaurants, everything, because people go and they clear their money.
Yeah, people go out and eat every day, like it. But at the same time, though,
that's why the economy is so powerful.
It's like everybody's running to maintain a certain style, a certain lifestyle. You know, like, oh, we need to have a good, beautiful car. It's no more okay to have a 10-year-old car. You know, that has a little bit more mileage, but it's, you know, so. Oh, you gotta buy the newest model and go get payments on top of that with interest rates crazy now that you're just gonna pay $1,000 a month of car payments. Plus, if you wanna buy a house, I was looking the other day. There's a house nearby here, $600,000 at 8% interest rates. It would just come out close to $3,600 a month to pay
for 30 years.
For 30 years. It's like, this is insane.
So when I was curious how apartments prices changed, and like, let's say some apartments 10, 15 years ago, they were 30,000. Now they cost 150,000.
Oh, the average.
This is just crazy, you know?
Even a shitty home now that needs to be
and then you go for huge debt compared to like those people who had like, I mean, I don't know. It's just like generational thing, right?
I don't know.
Because like you have some locations that people bought houses for $200,000. Now they're worth $5 million. Is it like, you know, fair at some point?
But that's the market, the way it is. Like, this is capitalism.
But for younger people,
for buyers, is unaffordable.
It's no way.
People are even struggling to pay rent.
Yes, and then like
because rent prices went up.
Like, how is it gonna be? You know, like
it's gonna be harder and harder.
So if you don't like commit to this debt now, it will be only worse in the future. You know.
but there's so many instances of people that they say, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to. I was supposed to go to school. I was supposed to get a degree, and I got in debt, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, you go to school and then you end up.
In order to get a job that pays $50,000 a year, and I cannot afford the house. I have this, I have that.
You have
I
this
that.
debt for the school.
I don't know. There's so many factors that play around. It's not like I want to blame people for their decisions, but you got to plan your life. I never had to figure it out myself. I stumbled upon, I made so many stupid mistakes, and by informing myself, by finding new ways, reading books,
try different things.
Through bad choices, I found out how to invest. I don't want to pay for a financial advisor. So I invest myself. I educate myself. I have control over my finances.
Mm-hmm.
It's simple. Every time I get paid, I have a budget. Anybody can do that. Take a piece of paper, write down your fixed expenses, the things that you cannot really go without, like rent, like food, like utilities.
Mm-hmm.
And subscriptions don't fall under that category, because it's okay if you don't have Amazon Prime. Like you were talking about the meat and bones of the issue here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As soon as you have a roof over your head, you have a reliable vehicle, you have gas, you have electricity, food, water, clothes, the basics. You know what I'm saying?
You can start from there.
And you can start from there. Like
Mm-hmm.
the hierarchy of needs, just like the basics.
But it's all about the spending habits.
It is. And you need to take a look at yourself and make an inventory of your habits and of your behavior. It's like you got to be serious. But I even know that there is people that even by doing these things, they got by a little bit, like really by a thin slice, where there's really nothing left to save. That's an unfortunate reality. That is really, I understand what it means. And believe it or not, the poverty, it really puts a trauma in you. Like you're constantly worried that where your next paycheck is coming from, if it's going to be enough. When you go to a restaurant, if you ever go, you look at the price of the items and you pick the least expensive thing. I did that when I was in Italy. I didn't have money. I was working, yes, but I had poor money management and habits, and I was always from one paycheck to the next, could barely put money in my car for gas. And whenever I would go out to get a pizza with friends, I would just get the least expensive item on the menu and really had to watch it. And just to go and be with my friends, well, of course, some could splurge and do everything, other things, I didn't know any better. And that really put me like in a place where I was really like stressed. You're stressed out. Let's be real. It's not good for your mental health. Your cortisol levels go up. Your stress response. You're always like, holy shit, how am I gonna do? You're gonna react. Instead, if you get like a little bit of cushioning for yourself, but that's something that you build for yourself too.
Well, you have to have like little. Like emergency fund.
Emergency fund, yeah. Guys, go read the Total Money Makeover. Go read that book. It's really good.
Or even sometimes I watch this guy Dave Ramsey.
This is the book.
Oh, okay.
Dave Ramsey. I don't have his name.
Yeah, I don't know his book, but I watch sometimes on YouTube. I mean, he's like advice are pretty straightforward and smart.
Sometimes though, he's a little bit. So he says basically like, oh, don't have credit cards, don't get in debt, pay cash. Well, some of his advice is a little bit
out. Yes, you need to have your own mind.
No, it's a little bit out of time because
you gotta have credit cards.
Pay everything cash. Yeah, you can pay everything cash.
Not everything.
But like,
not everything.
You cannot get an apartment and say that you want to pay cash, even if you could, but they still need to see your credit score to get an apartment.
There is no way to get without.
Unless you're going to buy a car fully in cash, if you have the money.
But then let's say you want to buy an apartment, you need to have the credit score because
it's either the credit score or you have
As they
a large
said,
amount of
currently
money.
at least 3 lines of credit. Either student loans, credit cards, something that you can prove that you can pay.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't know. I'm kind of torn on this issue because you need to have a credit score. I did not have a credit score. I when I bought my first car here,
That's what you said before.
it's like they gauged me with the interest because I didn't
Yeah.
have a credit score. I just had one house in my name that when I was married, and they gave me like a 14% interest if I wanted the car.
It's crazy.
14%. It was crazy.
Sweet.
And I worked my ass off, paid the car in 3 years instead of 5 because I could not see. I said, I told the guy, I say, I don't have a credit card. I just have a debit card and I pay everything cash. I don't have any debts. And that's the only, this will be the only thing that
I think also that it's wonderful to pay cash, but you need to have the credit card and credit score. And there's some things you cannot pay with cash. But they just want to make people pay card and have control over everything.
But at the same time, when we talk about these issues about financial, there's a lot of human behavior that you can correct. Personal behavior. Because you set your priorities and you allocate your resources in a smart way so you can survive, correct? But at the same time, when we are exposed to lack of something, like poverty, it's difficult for you to develop a mentality of abundance and gratefulness. You know what I'm saying? And we need to do a shift in our mentality. Instead of complaining all the time, we should find good reasons to find something else and change our lives for the best. I don't know if this is wishy-washy talk of kumbaya, whatever you want to say it, but like well-wishing. I always say we cannot live with bread and love. We cannot eat bread and love and survive. You know, we fucking die.
Need more.
But like maybe you need to gain a different set of skills, learn something different, and
try different things.
Explore a different hobby, maybe that in the future can bring somewhere. Because if we want to think about the rut that we're stuck in with our 40-hour week, 8 hours a day, we come home, we turn TV on, you know, we just stuck in this cycle, and then we all wait for the weekend, and then Happy Friday, and then on Monday everybody's fucking. I see this with the people I work with, you know. It's like, oh, everybody's happy on Friday. Happy Friday. It's like, Jesus,
I'm the happiest on Monday.
Be grateful for every day. It's not just the fucking Friday. And that's the thing, living for the weekends. I wish we don't have to do that.
It's all about attitude. You need to have the positive. As we talked before, like whatever you do, just bring your good attitude. People will respect you. You'll make somebody happy, you know?
Yeah, but just like find a different way to see the world. Aside from your problems, I understand if you're like terminal.
Leave your problems at the door.
If you have terminal illness and all that crap, I understand that. But like, we gotta make this life worth living.
But even if you're going to work, you have to leave your problems at the door. Otherwise, it's not good for anybody. You know what I mean?
But even changing your mood, your attitude,
just change your tell yourself.
What is your Charlie? What is your antidote?
Well, because I don't think I can be in the bad mood. You know what I mean?
How can you not be? Just explain how you do it.
Well,
maybe you can help. Maybe you can help other people realize
tough.
That.
Okay, it's tough to explain at some point because I also have my struggles, my personal struggles.
Everybody does.
But I don't want to make other people struggle when I am with them. So my thing, it's effort and attitude. If you are out with somebody, for example, you want to make sure that you put all your heart to this person because this person giving you time as well. If you're at work, put also like 100% in your smile, happiness, because they pay you, right?
Mhm.
They rely on you. They trust you. So like, if you're bringing like the bad attitude, it's only for bad. And plus, you need to realize that if something happened, it's in the past, and thinking about that and making your day worse will not change it, right? If something happened yesterday, just focus on today to make it better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, too many linger on the
Because some people
on the sins
overthink.
of the past.
They think about the past, but it's gone. Now it's today. Do you want to like lose another day? You don't. Just focus on today. Bring the smile. Maybe sometimes it's not the truth, but if you have smile on your face and other people will see that, I'm sure you will encourage them to smile as well. Maybe this will make your day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Or even telling a compliment to somebody.
Always try to tell somebody you look good, or like you made my day. Thank you for this. Thank you for that. I appreciate what you're doing. You know, it's like small things, small parts, but then we'll make other people like believe that they're doing something good, and then we'll make them happy too. Like that's what I believe, that like your attitude matters a lot. You know?
Well, the thing is that we linger and overthink about the sins of the past, the mistakes we did.
And about the future as well.
And we think about the future, about what it will come with hope.
And we're losing presence.
But we forget about the moment, the present.
This is the moment where we can change something, actually.
And one thing that I learned is that there is never too late to do something. The best time to start a business is now.
Mm-hmm.
The best time to have a baby is now, if you can have it. You know, it's like the best time is now. That's the thing. And treasure each moment that you have with the people you love.
Yes.
I think that is the ultimate antidote, because listen up, money, we have this bad idea. Society has conditioned us that in order to be successful, it is related with financial success. Success means being rich,
It's bullshit.
and that's BS.
Yeah.
And why cannot we just think about our loved ones, or faith, you know, or ground ourselves in our beliefs in God? I don't know. I'm not trying to convince anybody. You
But
have,
appreciate small things.
you have your own beliefs and everything. But there is something beyond this reality. Yes, we're made of flesh, and we need to eat, and we have desires, and we live in a material world. But there has to be something else. We need to ground ourselves in something else other than materialism.
But some people, they treat money as like the most important thing. And like I personally put people over everything and like try to take care of whatever they need, you know? Don't put money on the top of the list, you know? Because we're about the emotions, people all around, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, what is left is really like, come on, think about it. It's like we come and go. We may go out tomorrow and not come back, or not wake up tomorrow morning, you know? And all the things that we have accumulated, they will still be here, but we will not be here. And you cannot bring it with you.
There was one thing I wanted
Go ahead.
to read.
It's like,
I wanted to print it. Okay, there is a very nice. Okay. Be fucking impossible to ignore. Stand so tall that they cannot look past you. Intoxicate with your presence. Be notorious. Remain on people's minds. Flow so freely that they will be scared of drawing in your thoughts. Don't be taken lightly. Be sure of yourself. Be irreplaceable. Move so fast that no one can see where you're going. Give them something to chase, but never let them catch up with you. Be more than what they bargained for. Make them hate you for being so fucking good. Burn so brightly that you can catch the whole world on fire.
Damn,
cool, right?
That is fantastic.
So this is the page, GFDA on Instagram, and they have like those nice prompts.
It's like a motivational.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's motivational thing, but it's more like nice words, like give yourself some fucking time, and then they explain, or you can do it. Or I like this one a lot. Creativity requires fucking tenacity. This is true. Everything requires tenacity.
Yeah, you don't never give up, and you just keep on grinding and going.
Yeah, so I would say like the key to your happiness, it will be to appreciate what you have. If you don't have enough money, just
it's gratefulness.
yes, you don't need the Ferrari to be happy. Trust me.
No.
I mean, I don't really need much to be happy as well. Like,
I just think about the times when I couldn't put gas in my car, and
Exactly.
I had to walk.
You
go
gotta
back home.
appreciate what you have
I didn't
currently.
I had nothing.
Yeah. Because then if you maybe reach this millions and get this Ferrari and your big house, you realize how this is all empty, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I guess. That's why I don't really need like crazy things.
Yeah.
That's
very good. And say mean what you say, and do what you say you're gonna do.
and please take care of people.
And take care of people, and stay true to yourself. Stay true to yourself and to others. It means you tell the truth,
Yeah.
or at least don't lie.
Like let's say you see that somebody's hungry and you have food, share the food. Someday you don't need to eat the whole thing, right?
Mhm.
Someday it will come back to you.
Yeah,
Make somebody's day.
make somebody's day.
It's a beautiful thing.
Could be a compliment.
It's a beautiful thing.
Mhm.
Sometimes maybe somebody's you like somebody's shirt, say that. I'm sure they will appreciate.
Yeah,
when-
maybe that may be the only nice thing that somebody told them during that
Mhm.
day.
if they change the haircut color or
Mhm.
something, say it looks nice.
Yeah,
Say you're doing a good job and I'm proud of you.
yeah, these are greatest words.
Yeah.
Just treat people
With kindness.
with kindness.
That's the
and-
Harry Styles song too.
And see in others, see the way they can become. See them by their potential, I think. And they can, because if you treat somebody as a loser, I always treated as a loser when I was a kid, and
yeah, that's
my
so sad.
even my dad, everybody always said that, oh, you're stupid. I
Mm.
started believing that I was stupid for the longest time,
That
and
sucks.
I still carry a large degree of insecurity that I carry with me. Those are my demons, and I try to overcome them every day. And I've learned this on myself, and I see my kids, I see my friends, I see them by their potential, they can become, and eventually they will believe that they can become something, and I'm sure they will, because I believe in them. I show them, they have my 100% trust that they can do it.
Mhm.
Of course, they need to believe in themselves too, but you just give people a nudge, a little.
Yeah.
You got this. You can do it. Most times that's the only thing that people need in their day, because nobody ever believed in them, and you can be that spark, that light.
Mhm.
So
Mm.
that's do you want to add anything else?
No, just don't be pissed all around, because it will make other people go down.
Mm-hmm.
Just attitude.
Attitude.
Well, that's the deep end.
Those who succeed believe they will.
yeah.
I had that on a
And
little point.
even if you try your best and you
and
don't
fail,
you fail, it's okay.
let's try again.
You can try different things, trust me.
And that's
can
what we're
try-
here
yeah.
for, to try again and again and again.
Yeah.
Episode 15.
Oh, was that? I
It's
don't know.
crazy.
I don't even know the time.
Just went fast. No,
Honestly, I
we didn't look
didn't
at the
look
time.
at that.
No.
Fun. Thank you very much.
Fun. Thank
Thank you guys. Thank you, folks.
And we'll see you next time. Ben,
Charlie.
Charlie.
Thank
okay?
you. Have a wonderful
Bye.
night or day.
I'm just as surprised as you.